The girl pressed the remote. Behind her, the heavy steel door slid shut with a low rumble, sealing out the chaos and danger of the outside world. This was her third time checking the bunker's seals, and the seventh day since the virus outbreak. 7 days ago, she was just an ordinary office worker, teased by friends as a doomsday prepper. Now, every minute of those nights spent on survival forums and researching contingency plans had proven its worth. Her bunker was nestled beneath an unassuming hill in the suburbs. 150 square meters, 3 bedrooms and a living room, enough space for one person to live comfortably for at least 2 years. She walked into the storage room. Rows of cans sat neatly on metal shelves, gleaming softly under the LED lights. She picked up a can of luncheon meat, her thumb brushing over the expiration date, May 2030. She had stockpiled 500 cans of meat alone, plus 300 cans of vegetables and 200 cans of fruit, enough to last her 3 years. With the can in hand, she entered the bunker's kitchen. It was small but fully functional. The induction cooktop was connected to the solar panels in the basement. Even during prolonged overcast days, she could rely on the backup diesel generator for basic power. Opening the refrigerator, she found it packed with fresh groceries from her last-minute supermarket run, but these had to be consumed within the week. After that, she would depend entirely on canned and dehydrated foods. On the shelf next to the fridge, 20-liter jugs of drinking water stood in perfect rows. This was only for emergencies. The rainwater collection system on the roof and the reverse osmosis purifier in the basement were her long-term water sources. She simply sliced the luncheon meat and fried it in a skillet with a little oil. Canned foods were generally high in salt for preservation. She washed some lettuce and used it to wrap the golden brown meat. The combination balanced the flavors and cut through the greasiness, a perfect match. After lunch, she routinely checked the surveillance system. 6 screens on the wall displayed live feeds from various angles around the bunker. The eastern camera captured several abandoned cars on the distant highway. Flickering lights danced at the edge of the forest to the west, whether from surviving campers or looters, she couldn't tell. Since the internet went down, these cameras and motion sensors had become her eyes and ears. The girl pulled up the electronic inventory spreadsheet. She subtracted 1 from the luncheon meat column. This spreadsheet tracked the quantity and consumption rate of every item in the bunker. At her current rate, staple foods would last 1,825 days, a full 5 years. That number eased the tightness in her chest ever so slightly. Right now, the riots in the city were at their peak. Her radio receiver crackled with desperate distress calls and fragments of chaotic communication. She was grateful she had prepared the medical room in advance. Besides a full set of first aid equipment, it held everything from antibiotics to painkillers, even dental tools. She had spent an entire weekend learning how to fill a cavity. Looking back, that weekend might have saved her life. She began exercising regularly in the bunker's compact gym. The 50 kilograms weight plates clanged dully as she lifted. Sweat dripped from her chin onto the rubber mat. Her body was the final line of defense. She knew she had to maintain peak condition. For afternoon tea, she opened a can of peaches. The sweet syrup blossomed on her tongue. Her bookshelf held 300 physical books she had prepared in advance, the best nourishment for the mind. Today, she was reading Walden. Thoreau's account of his secluded life outside Concord held a strange resonance with her own situation. In the evening, heavy rain drummed against the metal canopy over the ground-level entrance. The simple sense of security almost brought her to tears.